Go to a place where all the Pandits, all the to Krishna Bhagwanji, sorry, a place of where they came into this world. They spend many days there, putting everyone onto the right path. The Pandits, the Brahmans, they gave updesh to everyone there. Guru Sahib Ji then left this place to go somewhere else. They go towards Kanchi. Kanchi is a place which, this is Shivji's city. Kanchi, to save even more people, to bless them with mukti, to bless them with liberation. And our Dhan Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj saving everyone. And I mentioned last week that if they can save them, why can't they save us as well? But what we aren't doing, we're not making that connection with Maharaj. That's why we're finding it maybe difficult to have that relationship with Maharaj, maybe difficult to speak with Maharaj, but we just have to make that effort and make a connection with Maharaj. Guru Sahib Ji go towards Kanchi, they go towards the city Banaras, and then go and sit down by the banks of Ganga, where the river flows, with the waves coming up and then going back down. In Kanchi, there were some of the biggest and greatest scholars there. They hear that Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj have come. And then I said, you know what, whenever we listen to Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj Jivan, you have to try and use your imagination. And a lot of time when this katha takes place, if you look in Dhan, quite a lot of people, Sangha members, have their eyes closed. And basically they're just trying to imagine that scene and trying to be there. And you're using the power of your mind to can be there. And I said that, can you imagine that these great scholars hear of the name Nanak, these greatest scholars, big scholars, they hear that Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj has come to our city. What happens next? That's where I left it last week. Let's praise Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj through Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj Bani, and then we'll continue on the journey. Gyan Dhyan Kich Karma Na Jana, Sar Na Jana Teri, Sabte Vadda Satguru Nanak, Jin Kal Rakhi Meri. Sabte Vadda Satguru Nanak, Jin Kal Rakhi Meri. So all the Vidwans in Kanchi, they all get together and they get ready to go to Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj. The Nanak that we heard about, this is them. That's the same Nanak. They're pure, they're perfect. They have come to our city. Let's go meet them. What discussion that they're doing which are with each other now, all these Vidwans are, they're discussing with each other that let's go and meet them. Everyone, whoever heard, not just the scholars, everyone in Kanchi heard that Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj have come. Then they all go to meet Guru Sahib Ji. They came in front of Dhan Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj. They have Shraddha within their minds. And this is so important if you want to progress on your spiritual path. Having Shraddha in Guru Sahib Ji, having faith in Guru Sahib Ji. A Sakhi that comes to mind is again Baba Bidhi Chand Ji Sakhi. So Taru Singh just shared Baba Bidhi Chand Ji Sakhi with us. But another Sakhi that comes to mind is when Baba Bidhi Chand Ji were on a mission, and as they were escaping from the mission that they did, as they were escaping, they were on their horse and they were escaping from the Mughals. The Mughals were on his tail. Baba Bidhi Chand Ji went to a nearby village and they knew that a Gursikh lived there. They run to that place and they knock on the door. The Gursikh open the door and they do namaskar to each other. And then Baba Bidhi Chand Ji said that I need a place to hide. But he was a poor Gursikh, so he didn't really have a lot. He didn't have a big house or anything. But however, he was responsible for making bricks. So in his backyard, he had a patti, like a oven where you would make bricks. And he said that I've got a patti that you can oven that you can hide in, but I've just used it, so it's still mega hot in there right now. So you're not able to use it. And then Baba Bidhi Chand, he said, just show me where it is. And then he took him, showed him, and he goes, but you're not going to be able to sit, you're not going to go in there, it's too hot. He goes, Odi gal te fikr na kar tum, don't worry about that, just show me where the patti is. So went and showed him, and then Utte, Baba Bidhi Chand Ji opened the patti and then said, Dhan Guru Har Gobind Ji Maharaj, and then jumped into the oven, this proper mega hot oven. And Guru Har Gobind Ji Maharaj were many miles, hundreds or so miles away from that particular location where Baba Bidhi Chandji were. They were at their Saurabh end. So they went to their in-laws village. They were sitting there, and randomly they sat up and said to the Gursikhs around them, they said, quickly go and get water, go and get buckets of water. So the Gursikhs ran, and then they brought the water. Guru Har Gobind Ji Maharaj said, throw the water on me now, put the water on me. Quickly, just don't ask any questions, just put water on me. And then they put the water over Maharaj. Maharaj sat there, poured more. Maharaj goes, bring some more water. And they kept bringing it, and then Maharaj said, just keep on bringing it until I say so. They kept bringing buckets of water from the well, kept pouring it over Maharaj, Gursikh running back, bringing it back, kept pouring it over Maharaj. Maharaj was sitting there in a calm. And after that, after about a good 20 minutes of doing that, Maharaj said, Bas karo hunta, that's fine. Now, as you would, Gursikhs all had this in their mind, they're like, what just happened here? And then they asked Maharaj, they go, Maharaj, what happened? Je Shanaan karna siga, Maharaj, you should have told us, we would have done, Bastar Sani, you just kept your clothes on. And then Maharaj goes, that if my Gursikh is in trouble, how can we waste time? Because Baba Bidhi Chandji are sitting in a burning oven, I had to keep him cool. And then all the Gursikhs said, Maharaj, you've got all the color, you've got all the powers in the world, why did you have to do this for? You could have just protected him just like that. And then Maharaj goes that if we didn't do this, then how would my Gursikhs develop Sharda for their Guru? How would they develop that faith that my Guru can be all powerful? So having Sharda in Maharaj is very important. And in today's day and age, especially in today's day and age, it's getting worse where you get to see or hear certain kathavachaks, certain preachers that will try and break your Sharda. Even different faiths, the way they attack you is to break your faith in Guru Sahib Ji. They'll put doubts in your mind, and then one doubt leads to another doubt, which is very, very dangerous to go down that path. But that's when we start questioning Maharaj that, oh, how can that? So even this Sakya itself, these are just made up Sakya, how can that be? How can you, but that's where Maharaj can absolutely do anything they want. Maharaj has got all the powers in the world. If you believe that there's Vaheguru exists, then at the same time, how can you say, how is that possible? If you believe Vaheguru exists, then anything's possible, right? Because then that means you're limiting Vaheguru's power. If you start saying, how can this happen, how can that happen? But having Shraddha is so important to progress in your spiritual path. Having Shraddha Maharaj, no matter what happens in your life, always have Shraddha. If one thing we learn from Itihas, from our history, is that, isn't it? From all the Sakya that we see, or all the Shahid Singhs, Singhniya, Mahapurkhs, their life, all these inspiring stories, inspiring people, they've had the way they've been able to achieve what they have is because for them, number one is having Shraddha and Maharaj, ki no matter what happens, Maharaj will look after me. So we need to try and develop that connection with Maharaj and have that, and do ardas to Maharaj, ki Maharaj, help me develop that Shraddha, help me make my Shraddha stronger in you as well. So they all do Matha Tek to Guru Sahib Ji. They all came with Shraddha, and they do all Matha Tek to Guru Sahib Ji and sat next to them. Also another thing, when you do come with Shraddha and have faith that Maharaj, I've walked into your darbar, you walk towards that King of Kings, that will save you, that can save you. If you have that within your mind, then you automatically start becoming humble. And then when you're humble and then you go in front of Maharaj, then Maharaj absolutely give you everything. Maharaj sara kuch hi de dende hai. That's number one rule in the house of Guru Nanak Dev Ji, that when you come to me, don't have ego in your mind. Don't have any ego within you, and I'll give you everything. Sara kuch hi de dange. They all do Matha Tek to Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj, Guru Sahib Ji, and they sat next to them. All the Vidwans then asked Guru Sahib Ji, they say, Ki Maharaj, we have always read, our entire lives, we've read the Veds, we've read the Shastras, we listen and we read. That's our duty. We have a lot of Gyan, we have a lot of knowledge of the Veds and Shastras, but we still don't have peace within our minds. Man vich shanti nahi hegi. We can't get rid of our hankar, our ego that we have for the knowledge that we have. So one of the man vich ye aati sadu ko kinna gyana, sadu kinna kuch pata sanu, and one of the man vich hankar aa gaya. They got a lot of ego. One thing you can take, a positive thing you can take away from this part is that at least they've got that realization that they've got hankar, right? Sometimes a really dangerous path, slippery slope is that, isn't it? that you don't even realize that you've got hankar. But they're saying it that ਸਾਡੇ ਮਨ ਵਿੱਚ hankar ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਹੈ, we've got all the gyan. They go, we can't get rid of our hankar that we have, for the gyan that we have. Guru Sahib Ji heard that question, they heard it, and then they said, listen carefully to what I'm about to say. All of you have trickery in your minds. Tusi khoti mata thodi. Your minds are negative. How will you get peace within your minds? Your minds are overflowing with desires, vishivikar. The buddhi for peace, the intellect for peace is out of your mind, is not within your mind. You just read the Veds and Shastra to show off. You're just doing this to show others. Saying this, Guru Sahib Ji then sing a shabd, that's in Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj. But Maharaj, one thing we learned from Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj even is this, that whenever Maharaj had a conversation with anyone, no matter who they were, there could have been a really big king, there could have been big scholars, there was the Siddhs in Sumer Parbat, so these Siddhs had all the knowledge of everything. Whoever Maharaj spoke to, Maharaj did not get scared and did not beat around the bush. Maharaj saying it straight, your minds are negative. How are you going to get peace with him? You're full of vishivaka, you're full of desires. Maharaj did not beat anyone around the bush. And as Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj said, if we have to stand up for injustice happening, or if we have to stand up for anything wrong happening, whether it's, look, Jarasi is coming up, we should not be scared to talk about it. If we're the Sikh of Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj, Maharaj weren't scared to say anything to anyone. We sometimes start becoming like that, don't we? We start becoming like, we don't want to upset anyone, we don't want to upset this person, we don't want to say the wrong thing. Maharaj Siddha Sikhare, so they're telling us straight up. But Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj, they sing a shabd, and it's in Siddhi Rag. In Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj on Ang 15. Maharaj kende lab kutta kood chuhda thag khada murdar. Maharaj kende, your greed and your falsehood, this trickery that you have within your mind as well, is like a kutta that will just move kite bhi maar danda hai, that will eat any filth. Kood chuhda, that filth that you've got within your mind is like that person who cleans up in the streets. Thag khada murdar. So all the cheating that you do, all the fakery that you do, the pakhand that you do, it's like eating a rotting carcass. Now these are harsh words that Maharaj is saying to them. Maharaj kende par ninda par mal mukh suddhi, that slandering others is like putting filth of others into your own mouth. Agar krodh chandal, thode man vich krodh jehda hai, you've got so much krodh within your mind, is like fire burning within your minds. Look at what Maharaj is saying to these scholars, these big vidwans, yeah? Maharaj is saying, they are krodh thode manach. Because when you hear other Sakhya, when anyone ever challenged any of the Siddhs, any of the Brahmins, any of these big scholars, vidwans, they'd start getting angry. So where's that peace then within their minds, right? Maharaj kende agan karodh chandal, that you've got anger within your minds, right? Raskas aap salahana. Maharaj kende tusi raskas sara tusi you're tasting all these vishivikar, you're drowning yourself within all sorts of different desires, raskas, and then after you drown yourself in all these different desires, aap salhana, then in front of everyone you start saying, I'm really great. Look at the pakhand that you're doing. E karma mere kartar, that's the karma that you're doing, that's the actions that you're doing. Baba boliye pat hoye. Maharaj goes, oho bolo, from your mouth, speak only them words, pat hoye, that will bring you honor. Don't be fake, don't do pakhand, jhoot na bolo. Uttam se dar uttam kahiye. Maharaj kende that neech karam beharoe, that you who are judged good at the Lord's door, at Vaheguru's at Darbar, those with bad karam can only sit and weep. So only those are good that get judged at Vaheguru's door for doing good karam, and then महाराज कहते नीच कर्म है बहरोए, so ਜਿਹੜੇ ਨੀਚ ਕਰਮ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਅੱਗੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਆ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਫਿਰ ਅੰਤ ਵਿੱਚ in the end ਉਹ ਬਹਿ ਕੇ ਫਿਰ ਰੋਂਦੇ ਹੀ ਆ, they just cry then in the end. Rahao Maharaj goes, Rahao pause, reflect on this. Maharaj continues and they say Rasa Soina, Rasa Rupa, Kaman, that the pleasures of gold, Soina, Rasa Rupa, silver, the Kaman, the pleasures of women, Ras Parmal Ki Vas, the pleasures of the fragrance of sandalwood. You're chasing after all these different things, all these different pleasures. Ras Kode, Ras Seja Mandar, that you're running after these horses, the pleasures of horses, the pleasures of your meja, seja, your soft beds, mandar, these palaces, these mandars that you're making for yourselves. Ras mitha, ras mas, that the pleasure of all these sweet treats, these pleasure of different meals, these big meals that you're running after when you start going to different people's houses. You're drowning yourself within all these different kinds of desires. But ete ras sarir ke naam nivas, that you're filling yourself with all these pleasures. Now this is a question to ask yourself as well, because this question is a famous question, isn't it, that we've heard time and time again, that my mind, I can't focus on the parts that we do, I can't focus on the naam that we do. Minu anand nahi aunda, I'm not getting any anand from the naam that we're doing, any anand from the bani that we're reading. Maharaj, again, these pleasures of the human body are so numerous, there's so much. Fir naam thode hirdaya vich kidda tikuga fir. We're getting attached to all the fake things in this world, and then when it comes to the true thing, how is that true thing gonna kidda tikuga naam fir man vich? Maharaj kehinde oho bolo jit boliye pat paiye, that say them words that are acceptable in the Guru's court. Pat hoye, that when you speak that o parvan hunda hai, that brings honor. Maharaj jit boliye pat paiye, so boliya parvan, that oh kaho jehda parvan hunda hai. Maharaj kehinde fikka bol viguchana, that don't say harsh words from your mouth, swearing, saying bad stuff to people. Murkh man ajan, that listen, oh foolish person, just samjha it to your mind. Man ajan, that you're saying it to your man, ki edda na kar, don't fikka na bol, change bol bolo tusi. Don't be fake. Jo tis paave so pale, hor ke kehn vakhan. That Maharaj, whoever Maharaj, those that are pleasing to Maharaj are good. Oh vadiya ne. What else is there to be said? Hor ki main thonu kawa, jo Maharaj nu manzoor hai, whoever is pleasing to Vaheguru, oh change ne. Maharaj kehinde ten mat ten pat ten dhan pala, wisdom, honor and wealth, all these kind of things, they're in the laps of those jin hirday rahe samaye, that they're in their laps, that them Mahapurkhs that do Simran, them Chardikla Gursikhs that do Simran, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਗਿਆਨ ਵੀ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਕੋਲ ਆ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਪਾਸ ਪੱਤ ਵੀ ਆ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਪਾਸ they have honor, they have wealth, they have everything, ਜਿਹੜੇ ਨਾਮ ਸਿਮਰਨ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ. Maharaj continues and they say ਤਿੰਨ ਕਾ ਕਿਆ ਸਾਲਾਹਨਾ, ਕਿ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ how can I praise them, what praise can be offered to them, ਅਬਰ ਸਵਾਲੋ ਕਾਏ, ਕਿ how can we praise that person that does Simran, that's got everything. ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਉਸਤਤ ਕਿਵੇਂ ਕਰੀਏ? Maharaj ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਨਾਨਕ ਨਦਰੀ ਬਾਹਰੇ ਰਾਚ ਹੈ ਦਾਨ ਨਾ ਨਾਏ, that those that lack the Vaheguru's glance, Vaheguru's nadar, they cherish neither charity, na daan, ja naam. Phir naam nahi ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਮਨ ਵਿੱਚ ਟਿਕਦਾ, ਤਾਂ ਦਾਨ ਵੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਮਨ ਵਿੱਚ ਟਿਕਦਾ. That those that Maharaj that lack Maharaj's nadar. How do you get Maharaj's nadar? Is by remembering them. That's a simple, such a simple thing. If we say how can we get Maharaj's blessings, how can we get Maharaj to notice us? How do you get attention of your parents? If a small child wants attention from his parents, ki karuga? He or she's gonna keep on saying mama dada until you go hanji put kiya. Edda hi sanu assi bhi karna hai fir. That's what Simran is, isn't it? We're calling out to Vaheguru until Maharaj notices us. Now that could be Ekashinovich. Maharaj might notice you in it. You said Vaheguru with so much prem, you've caught Maharaj's attention. But sometimes we have to work up to that level so much that it takes a while. Maharaj ne bani hai padi, they said this talk, and then Maharaj goes that you're stuck within all these desires, that's why you don't get ras from Naam. So again, contemplate on this and let's apply it to your own lives. Ask yourselves, is that why you're not getting ras from Simran? Why you're not able to focus? Because are we attached to all these different worldly pleasures? If you are, then slowly start cutting it down. I'm not saying that overnight, that's it, just give up everything. Okay, I get it, I understand as well. But if you are, then slowly start changing. It's sajde naal hi gal bandi a. Fir Maharaj kirpa karde a. Maharaj kende that there's two types of reading, parna, there's two types of people. Maharaj goes, one is where you do it for show. And the example they even use is like, the katha Maharaj used was like gatka demonstration. Like Nagar Kirtana which gatka jira hunda ya kemana hai na, jodo mele kite lagde hunde gatka demonstration karde a. One is where a surma, a warrior, a true warrior, practices for his own sake. He practices for his own sake. So if that day comes, I'll be able to fight, and I'll be able to protect people around me, and I'll be able to die fighting for my guru. One is chuti, one's fake. The other is what you should learn, Maharaj Kende. So the ones that do gatka just for show, they're doing it for show. They make sure that their shastras don't get touched. They make sure that shastras don't get hit by anything because they're so expensive. And they also make sure that their body doesn't get touched as well. Maharaj goes, all you Vidwans are like this. You do it all for show. You're just doing it just to show people, and then people start praising you. This is useless, Maharaj Kende. Maharaj goes, you're like a cloud that's roaring but no water's coming out of it. Look how Maharaj is ripping them. And then look at the examples that Maharaj is using. You're a cloud that roars, but if it nang janda hai bina pani hi to nikal to. Maharaj goes, thode vich kuch hai nahi. Maharaj goes, the sur mein, or like the Mahapurkhs, they read and they listen, but to progress in their spiritual jivan, they attack the Panch Jor. Look at this, look how it beautifully all ties in, yeah, from the Simran classes that we do, the Simran sessions that we have on Tuesdays now. I've got Gurudev Bahadur Gurdwara every Tuesdays from 6:45 onwards to 8 o'clock. We do Simran here as well after, right? Look how it all ties in. Maharaj is saying, look, Maharaj is reassuring, because we're Kaljugi Jeeves, yeah, we need reassurance, constant reassurance. Maharaj is doing so much daya on us, they're giving us that reassurance. Maharaj is saying that jire oh sur mein Mahapurkh hunde a, to progress in their spiritual jivan, they attack the Panch Jor. They attacked Panch Jor with weapons. Well, what's the weapons? The weapons of Gyan, Bhagati, arrows of love. They do it with ease. They don't take long to destroy the Panch Jor. Oh, gallan gulla nahi karde hege, like you Vidwans, like being fake. Oh, kardam they just do it. Marago, listen to another example. Marago, a true surma, so Gursikhs, Mahapurkhs, Sheet Singh, Singhniya, they face their enemies head on. They use their shastra, Naam da shastra. The enemy here Maharaj is talking about is the Panch Jor, Kam, Krodh, Lobh, Mohankar, which we get attacked on a daily basis. And guys, when I say a daily basis, not like once in a day. Throughout the whole day, throughout the day, kinni bari hoga. Straight away when you get up in the morning, if you pick up your phone, if the first thing you do is pick up your phone, you're getting attacked. Straight away you're getting attacked by the Panch Jor. It could be anything. It could be calm. It could be maybe something that makes you angry. Right? Hankar shayad ho jave thonu. After one of my students passed and I uploaded, then I check the messages in the morning. They're like, oh, well done, Baji, wicked, you're smashing it. Hankari fir main badna hai. I start getting hankar, right? But you get attacked so many times in the day. Maharaj kende ki naam da shastra thode naal hove. You have Simran to chop up the enemies just like that. Maharaj goes, I'll give you another example. The reason why you don't get peace within your minds, the Veds and the Shastras that are your weapons, but you don't use them accordingly. Use them to destroy the mind's enemy. What's the mind's enemy? Is the Panch Jor. Hearing the bachans of Dhan Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj, all the wise ones then said, Ki Maharaj, this is Shivji's Kanchi. Whoever lives here gets mukti. This is a very special place that we're living in, that we stay. Maharaj, tell us about mukti. So Guru Sahib then said, I've only heard from you guys that this is where you get mukti. That if someone passes away here in Kanchi, they get mukti. I've heard this elsewhere as well. This is a belief in their faith that if you die or pass away in Kanchi, you automatically get liberated. You automatically get mukti. Yeah, that's what they say. Let's hear to what Guru Nanak Maharaj are going to say. They say. They say that when someone passes away, as they're passing away, Shivji comes to them, because this is their Nagari, this is Shivji's city. Shivji comes to them, and then he gives them the ability to do Simran and remember Ram Ram. This is what you believe, Maharaj said. This is that Shivji saved you. But Maharaj goes, "Eta naam di mehma ya. This is not Shivji's mehma. Is Shivji di mehma kidda hui? Shivji's coming." If it's according to what you don't believe in, Shivji's coming and giving that person naam, and naam de naal bachda hai, fir naam de naal mukti mildi hai. So in mehma jiriya praises to the naam of Vaheguru, not Shivji. Maharaj kende in Sikhi, you can be anywhere in the world. This is according to Gurmat. Maharaj kende you can be anywhere in the world. If you do Simran, you can get mukti wherever you are. Jithe marji tusi ho, wherever you are. Maharaj gives the example like Bhagat Kabir ji. Vidwan said to Bhagat Kabir ji, Bhagat Kabir ji's writings are in Guru Granth Sahib ji. The Vidwans all said to Bhagat Kabir ji that you're only living in Kanchi to get mukti. After they heard this, they left Kanchi and they went to a place called Beas. The story of Beas goes like this. So in Shivji's time, from Kanchi, Shivji's city, 1,000 Vidwans left Kanchi and they set up a dera in Beas. They set up this institution of where you can go and learn all the granths. You can go and learn how to do bhakti. You can do Simran there. You can learn how to do all sorts of seva karniya. You can go and gain so much spiritual knowledge there. Yeah. So they set up this institution there. All these 1,000 Vidwans. They did Simran. They learned all the granths. They did bhakti. This city started to become a very special place. It became so special that flocks or loads of people would go to this place with like full up. They'd take money with them. They take langar with them. They take food with them. They'd go there and they'd feed the Siddhs, the Bhagats there. They'd go and feed them. This place started getting really, really special. Then Shivji got worried. Shivji got worried that my city will be less special. Kanchi will become less special then. Right now, Kanchi is very special. But then by the looks of it now, with the way it's going, this place in Beas is going to become more special. Then Shivji sent his son Ganesh, sent him and said that you go and you put a stop to this. You go and learn from Vyasa. That's who the main Mukhi was. That's where the name Vyas comes from. His name was Vyasa. He was teaching everyone there. Ganesh goes there, learned everything from Vyasa, and Vyasa was very happy with Ganesh as a student because Ganesh was very, very sharp. He learned everything really quickly. Then they made a special relationship and special connection. Then Ganesh asked his ustad, his master, his guru, Vyasa, said that if someone dies here in this city of Vyas right now, then what would happen to them? Vyasa said that whoever dies here, inni bhagati huiya hona. Look, there's not hor koi gal hundi nahi ithe. Bhagati di gal hundi hai. They talk about bhagati. They do Simran, they do bhagati. This place has become so powerful now that whoever passes away here, unhe di kalyan ho jugi. They'll get mukti. Ganesh asked them again, ki onada ki hoga? Will they get mukti? They said, Vyasa said, yeah, they'll get mukti. Ganesh kept on pestering and kept on asking, are you sure that's what's going to happen? What's going to happen to them? Kept on asking. 7 vari, 8 vari puchya. That after 7-8 times, Vyasa got angry. Unne de mane vich krodh aaya ki tu ki putte siddhe sawal kari janda hai. Why do you keep asking these things? Kept asking. He got angry. In the end, he said, ki onu mukti nahi milni, gada hi banunga. Yeah, Vyasa said, oh bache ne dane kehte, gada hi banunga. He'll become a donkey in his next life. So as soon as he said that bachan, Ganesh left and went back to Shivji. That's the story of Vyas, and everyone for many, many years after that, hundreds of thousands of years after that, knew that this place is a bad place to live now. Vyas is a very bad place to live. No one would go there in that sense and go do bhakti there. Bhagat Kabir ji, just to prove a point, they left Kanchi and they go to this place to prove that power of Naam can save you wherever you go. ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਫਿਰ ਮੁਕਤੀ ਮਿਲੀ। ਭਗਤ ਕਬੀਰ ਜੀ ਹੁਣ ਬਾਣੀ ਹੁਣ ਗੁਰੂ ਗ੍ਰੰਥ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਵਿੱਚ Guru Sahib said to all the Vidwans that it's Naam that saves you, not the Tarti. Nothing is more powerful than Naam, Maharaj kende. You can't get mukti any other way. Jinne marji tusi jor laro. Do whatever you want. You can try all different sorts of tactics, but without Naam Simran, you cannot get mukti, Maharaj. Siddha hi kende Maharaj. Maharaj saying it straight up. Hearing this, the Vidwans were shocked and they were speechless almost. They didn't know what to say. They were thinking, Ki Maharaj sanu ki kehge, what's Maharaj said to us? Hearing this, the Vidwans were shocked, speechless almost. They then said, we're going to have to wait till next week. We're going to have to wait till next week. What did the Vidwans say back to Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj?